How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to the NBA 2K23 MyNBA Career Simulation. And we're going to be doing Allen Iverson. I wanted to do Allen Iverson for a bit now, and I kind of forgot to record it. We're not really forget, we just haven't had the time. So we're going to do him first. I know someone suggested Tim Duncan. We'll get to that at some point, but I do want to do Allen Iverson first. So, especially since his career in real life, you know, he never ended up winning a championship. Maybe in this sim, we can maybe get him a championship. So, with that being said, we're going to have the gameplay. Before we do, leave a like, subscribe, comment on some videos, go to socials, play the second channel, main channel, down below the description if you like other content, TJP. And with that being said, let's get on to the gameplay. Alright, so here we are. We're going to be at the draft lottery now. I don't know if Allen Iverson's going to go number 1 overall just because of Kobe Bryant. I'll probably end up going number 1. But just looking at some of the lottery odds, we got the Grizzlies, Raptors, so 1-2 punch. I assume Allen Iverson could be getting the top 2, maybe top 3. The Suns have the third best stats, so we'll see what ends up happening here. We're going to not watch the lottery. Skip to the results, and it's going to be the Grizzlies, Raptors, and Lakers, top 3 picks. I definitely don't think Allen Iverson's going to fall below 3. He'll probably end up being number 2. I think Kobe's going to be number 1. We'll see. Which means Iverson's going to be either with... he's going to be on a Canadian team. It's always a Canadian team. I would just hope it's not the Grizzlies, only because I feel like we always get the Grizzlies when we do these career resims. So let's see what ends up happening. We're going to go to the draft and see where Allen Iverson ends up. Alright, so we're at the 1996 draft. In real life, AI went number 1 overall, so will that happen here? Let's see. It will. It will. So he does go number 1 overall. So we're going to be taking a look at Vancouver. So that's some interesting stuff there for sure. Ray Allen goes number 2, which means Steve Nash goes number 3. So Kobe goes number 4 to the Suns. Okay. Stephon Marbury goes number 5. Okay, I don't think we need to watch all this, but in case you guys are curious, just watching a little bit of it. All right, we're good. Stockford's about the Kings. So we'll just sim to the end. So Allen Iverson's going to be a Grizzly. All right, so we got to watch the Grizzlies. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I would have thought they would have taken Kobe first, and maybe it would have been Toronto, but no, they decided we want AI. So let's take a look at what the Grizzlies are looking like. See their team after free agency, and maybe AI can help them compete. So AI is joining a team. I guess it's a pretty decent team. We got Christian Laettner. Jerry Stackhouse is 21 as well. He plays the same position as AI, but I guess AI is going to play point guard on this team, I would assume. Manute Bol, which is interesting. They got this Rick Richmond. They got Darrell O'Neal. They got P.J. Brown. They've got Sam Cassell. All right, Doc Rivers is here. Okay, so there's definitely some interesting players on this squad. Let's see how the Grizzlies do in their first season. I imagine they'll probably be in the lottery for a season or two. And, you know, being in lottery in 1997 or 1998, not too bad. There's definitely some prospects to add to this team. So I think the Grizzlies in a few years can be good. So we'll see what ends up happening. All right, well, the Grizzlies ended up being good right away, and partially because of Allen Iverson. 29 points a game as a rookie, 7 assists. That's pretty insane, over 2 steals a game. Not the most efficient from 3, but 54.8 from the field is actually really good. So I got to give him credit where credit's due there. And he played in 79 games, so he only missed 3 games. Pretty solid career. Good start from AI. I mean, obviously, that's literally all NBA numbers in his first season, and he probably got it. And we had one of the best records in the NBA. Kevin Garnett? Oh, he was 1995. Okay. I thought he was 1997. Tim Duncan's 1997, but I guess we were so good. I mean, AI, All-NBA second team in his rookie season. Shout out to him. Yeah, I mean, okay. Obviously going to be all rookie first teams won the Rookie of the Year, so yeah, the Grizzlies number 2 seed in the NBA. That's insane. Get the number 1 pick, and now they're literally the number 2 seed. They 29-game turnaround is impressive, especially when basically it was just like, I mean, I guess maybe they got a couple of, I think they got Christian Laettner, so I guess that's helped too, but yeah, it's insane stuff. So they got the Rockets in the first round, and I mean, the Rockets on paper look pretty solid. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose against them, but maybe we'll beat them, who knows? And we went on and swept them. So in the second round, to take on the Jazz. Jazz coming off the championship, I believe they won a championship one of these seasons. I think it was last year. Stockton and Malone, that's a pretty good combo. They also got Stephon Marbury as well. So I could see us losing this series, and we don't. We're in the conference finals in our first year. Nuggets versus Grizzlies. Nuggets were the best team. Of course, they have Shaq, though. I think Shaq, one of these seasons, definitely won a championship. I know that. Yeah, they have a good team. But maybe we'll beat them to get to the finals. Can we do it? We get swept. Okay, no. We got swept. That's unfortunate. And the Nuggets swept the Nets in the finals. And, yeah, Shaq, finals MVP. Be a good run, though, in the first year. Definitely exceeded my expectations. I thought we'd actually be a lottery team, but we weren't. And Allen Iverson in the postseason, pretty solid, not too bad. I mean, that three ball just not very good at all, but other than that, decent numbers for his first playoff run. So let's see if they can get some talent then. I guess now it's more so couldn't try to compete now. All right, well, another great season for the boys. Allen Iverson All-NBA first team, 27.8 points, 8.2 assists. So this time, first team All-NBA, and he was much better efficiency-wise from the three-pointer this year, almost 40%. So a huge jump there. Free throw went up, and also his field goal percentage. Scoring did go down a bit. He played a little less minutes, but still had a great season, and he played all 81 games, so he missed one. I think he was the shooting guard this time around. But yeah, he's not going to be an all-defensive team. But yeah, number one seed in the Western Conference. So yeah, he is the shooting guard. They did get Nick Van Exel, so that's a pretty solid signing for them. He had a pretty good year. So yeah, getting to play the point guard position, it's a good pickup. So take it on the Lakers. Steve Nash, Kendall Gill. They got Karl Malone now. Definitely an interesting team. We'll see what ends up happening here in the playoffs. And a very disappointing playoff. Okay, that's disappointing. You know, you get the number one seed and you get swept by the 8 seed. That's bad. That's bad. Now, maybe we got injury. Did we get an injury? Or we were just that bad? There's no way we were just that bad. No, we were just that bad. Okay. Yeah, that's a disappointment. That's definitely a disappointment. And AI didn't do that great in the playoffs. Ooh, his numbers went down this year. Yeah, they had a bad playoff run in terms of efficiency. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, not great there from your Grizzlies. But it looks like they're going to be a good team for the foreseeable future. And the Rockets is a 7 seed and win the final. Jamal Mashburn, finals MVP. It's the Nets who made it there again. Tim Hardaway, they got. Okay, David. Oh, yeah, they got a good team. All right, let's go on to our next season. All right, well, Allen Iverson, the Grizzlies, back in the playoffs again. Once again, All-NBA first team for Allen Iverson. And, yeah, efficiency-wise in the regular season, once again, went up. And, yeah, averaged over 30 points a game this year. And he played in all 82 games. So, great stuff there from AI. And, yeah, the Grizzlies had a few role players. Their team ended up being pretty solid again. But only the 5th seed. They won 58 games. Part of that's just because of the division stuff. So, there's that. But it's okay. They're still there, still doing their thing. Yeah, you gotta take on Denver. Of course, with Shaq. It's a tough first-round matchup. We'll see if we can beat them, or we'll lose in a sweep. Couldn't even get a single game against them. So, been struggling the past 2 years in the postseason. AI, not that bad in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, not too bad, but yeah, just not good enough. And a little bit of a disappointment 2 straight years in a row after overachieving that first season. 2 straight years of being swept in the first round is a little unfortunate. So hopefully maybe in his 4th year, add a little bit more talent and get out of the first round again. But yeah, Lakers, Nets. Nets finally get a finals. McDyess finals MVP. It's going to our next season. We'll see if after this upcoming season, AI will decide to stay, which I assume he will. Another season of the Grizzlies down the books. AI was all-NBA second team, so not first team this time around, but still putting up great numbers and played all 82 games, second straight season. And the Grizzlies were once again, well, the number one seed, 54-28, and they got to take on the Dallas Mavericks. Hopefully this time around, they are better prepared. I mean, the Mavericks don't look too great on paper, so should be able to beat them. Let's see what ends up happening here. And we do in 4. So, second round got Denver. Of course, they still got Shaq. They got Mutombo, Simmons, Abdul Rauf. I mean, they got a good team. Maybe they're going to beat us a few times, so we'll see if we beat them this time around. Or we get swept once again in embarrassing fashion. Yeah, kind of pathetic. All right, well, 3 straight years of ending our season with the sweep in the playoffs is pretty bad. Actually, 4 straight seasons because we also got swept in the first year as well. But at least we got to conference finals. But again, when AI gets hurt in the second game of the year, or second game of the playoffs, that's probably why. And he was on pace to be doing really well, pearled right calf muscle, and he had to miss some games. So that's unfortunate. That's probably one. Yeah, that's definitely why we ended up losing. So, yeah, I guess AI getting hurt doesn't help. Cavs win the finals. Garnett finals MVP. Let's see if maybe the Grizzlies can add some talent and also keep AI on the squad. I assume he will re-up, but you never know. AI re-signed, 4-year contract, and for the most part, the team is relatively the same. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, really not many. Not really much of like. I mean, Jerry Stackhouse is still kind of developing. I mean, he's been pretty solid as well as like a secondary guy, but yeah, I feel like they just need like another bona fide star. So, well, we'll end up seeing what happens. I assume what's going to be good in the regular season, but it's just like a matter of can we put it together in the postseason. We'll see. All right, well, another year of playoff basketball for the Grizzlies, and AI only on third team this time around, but every season he's played, he's made an All-NBA teams. I mean, good numbers. I mean, I'm not worried about him putting up good numbers. He's clearly doing that. And, yeah, he's had a great, three straight seasons of 82 games played. He's only missed 4 games so far in his career. It's pretty solid. He also made all-defensive first team. I didn't see that coming, but he did it. Over 2.5 steals a game. That's surprising. I did not see that coming. So, yeah, first team all-defense. Wow, I don't think he's ever had that in his career. So shout out to him. He's obviously been a 5-time All-Star. So every year he's played, he's been an All-Star as well. So yeah, he's off to a good start. Grizzlies were a 3 seed this time around, again pretty solid. And got to take on the Kings, who've got an old Michael Jordan, very very old Michael Jordan. Only won one NBA championship in this universe. Yeah, Peja Stojakovic is their best player. So we'll see what ends up happening against the Kings. We beat them in 5. Ooh, close one. Got the 7-seeded Warriors in the second round. Got Vince Carter. They got Jermaine O'Neal. It's a pretty solid dynamic duo, if I say so myself. And we'll see what ends up happening against them. Can we advance to the Western Conference Finals? We swept them. And we are taking on the number 1 seeded Suns with MVP Tim Duncan. And they also have Kobe Bryant. That's right. So Kobe and Tim Duncan on the same team is a little bit scary. I don't know how Tim Duncan... Okay, I was about to say Tim Duncan went number 1 overall. Yeah, he's coming off an MVP season. Wow, we're probably going to lose this series. I'd be shocked if we win, but I've seen weirder things happen before. And we lost in 6, so at least we didn't get swept, but that's a tough matchup there. It's tough when, you know... I really need a big... the Grizzlies need a big... I mean, great playoff performance from Allen Iverson. Shot 64% from the field and 53 from 3, so he was really good, but unfortunately just not quite good enough to get his team over the hump. But an excellent playoff run this time around. And, you just lost to a competitive team, and that's a tough team to be able to beat in the future. Bulls vs. Suns finals, and Bulls win. Well, Tracy McGrady's too good at the game, so, yeah, all right. I guess at this point, if we make a deep playoff run, at least past, get to the conference finals, let you guys know. Otherwise, we'll probably just simulate another season or 2, and then I'll catch up with you. All right, I didn't show you guys last season just because the Grizzlies ended up getting eliminated the first round. Iverson didn't make an All-NBA team the past 2 years. Did make a defensive second team last season, but this year didn't make anything, which is kind of crazy. But he was a 7-time All-Star at least. He's been on the All-NBA team 5 times, twice in the first, twice in the second, 1 on the third, and he's been All-Defense twice. First team last year. Well, actually 2 years ago, and second team last season. So we'll see what ends up happening in this playoffs here. Looks like Iverson's probably going to end up being, again, he's around, at 94 overall. It's 27, kind of in the prime. So got the 7-seeded Sonics here. Hopefully they can get out of the first round. If not, then, I don't know what's going to happen in a year or so. Will Iverson leave? Well, they ended up winning in 5 because now it's best of 7. So they're going to take on the Lakers. Lakers with Steve Nash, Chauncey Billups. That's pretty cool dynamic duo in the backcourt. Crawford off the bench, Juwan Howard. There's nothing too crazy there. Let's see if we can get back to the conference finals. And we don't, lose in 7 games. Man, that's tough. How did Iverson do this time around? He was pretty solid in the playoffs. He was solid in the playoffs last year, but yeah, definitely this year as well. So he's got how many more years left on his contract? He has 2 years left. So, well, really 1 year left because it's this season and really next year. So he really has 1 more year left. So we'll see what he ends up deciding to do after the 2003-2004 season, as it's going to end up being another Warriors Finals win, Lamar Odom winning Finals MVP. All right, this could be Allen Iverson's final season in Memphis. Now they're Memphis instead of Vancouver. 27.9 points. He was really good. Just didn't make an All-NBA team again. I guess there's just too much talent. Yeah, I mean, but he was doing really well. The Nuggets have LeBron James. They drafted LeBron #1 overall, and they ended up getting the #1 seed, which is kind of funny. Honestly, looking at their team, it's not really great. I mean, obviously LeBron's really good. He's going to end up being really, really good, but right now he's still just, I mean, he's great as a rookie, but shouldn't be that great. As I say that, and yep, the Grizzlies get swept. I think if I was Iverson, that's probably it. I think you hit your ceiling with this team. They haven't really added too many players, and the guys that are still on this team are kind of regressing. So if I was Iverson, I'd probably head out. So we'll see what ends up deciding to do, because they just haven't really added much talent. And it looks like we got a Heat Spurs finals, and Heat win the finals. Otis Finals MVP. Let's see what Iverson decides to do now. Well, Iverson decided, I want to stay with the Grizzlies. I don't know if that was a good decision on his part, but he's going to stay loyal with them. 3-year deal. And, I mean, they really didn't add any pieces. I mean, the draft, Jared Jeffries overall increased. They had drafted this Willis Cunningham guy, 77-19 overall. I mean, that's pretty cool. But yeah, nothing too crazy here. I guess Nazir Muhammad, they added him. Have a lot of centers now. Darko's still on the team. They drafted him a while ago, Jeff Doris. Yeah, nothing too crazy with this roster. So, I mean, I think they reached their ceiling, but we'll see what ends up happening, I guess, the next couple of years. If the Grizzlies make a deep playoff run, I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, I'll probably just simulate a season or two. Alright, just want to let you guys know, I simulated like a couple seasons. I mean, he had a good year last year, over 30 points a game. I mean, he's been good. I mean, he's at 31. He's played 10 years. Kind of want to give you like a 10-year update. But they didn't make the playoffs this 04-05 season. This made this year, but got a lid in the first round to the Nuggets, unfortunately. So, in the first round. And I mean, right now, Iverson hasn't been to a finals yet. I mean, he hasn't won an MVP or anything like that. He has put up some good numbers, and he is a 10-time All-Star. He's been on the All-NBA team 6 times between first, second, and third. He's been on All-Defense twice, Rookie of the Year. I mean, he's had solid numbers. I mean, he's prime his career. He's probably going to end up with over 30,000 points, which is cool, but, you know, will he get that finals? Will he win that championship? Will he win an MVP? Probably not going to win an MVP, but maybe get to the finals, but I don't know. The team just isn't that great, so I don't know. Maybe if he's going to do it, it's probably going to have to be not on the Grizzlies, but he might just be loyal and stay with the Grizzlies. Who knows? He's got 1 more year left on his deal. We'll see what ends up happening. The weirdest season I think I've ever seen. First off, Michael Jordan Jr. is white. I don't know what he is, but either way, good for him. Allen Iverson will be second team. It's impressive, so he's back on it again. I mean, put up another good season. Had his repertoire. I mean, he's been playing a lot of games in his career. He's been relatively healthy in those parts. That's great. We were the 3 seed, but we didn't deserve it. 38-44. Wow. And we were the 3 seed. Man, that's crazy. 38-44, we were the 3 seed. I had to show you guys that. That is insane. That is insane. And the Lakers, I mean, we technically we're the home team, but we should not be the favorites against the Lakers. We got Chris Paul, Kevin Garnett. Yeah, they are so much better than us. Not even funny. But our division is just bad. So we were able to get the 3 seed. Yeah, good thing the NBA eliminated that. It's so dumb. And yeah, we're going to get rightfully swept as a 3 seed. Which should not have even sniffed the playoffs. So, I guess I mean, I kind of figured that was gonna happen. I would have liked to win at least one game, but yeah, if I'm Iverson, I mean, I feel like you gotta go. You just gotta go. You gotta go to a contender, man. It's not gonna work out in Memphis with the Grizzlies. Yeah, he's gotta go. He's gotta go. If I'm him, I don't resign. Go to the Nuggets. I don't know. Go to the Clippers. Go somewhere. Carmelo Anthony, Finals MVP on the Clippers. He's gotta go. I hope he goes somewhere where he can maybe compete for a championship because, again, the Grizzlies, they've capped out. And I'm upset that he stayed. I really am. This team is not good, but he's staying in the long run. You gotta give him credit where credit's due, but it's not a great team. And David West, I mean, it's a decent pickup, but again, it's not a needle mover. I mean, maybe Willis Cunningham could be something, but it doesn't really look like it's going to be that way. And Iverson's already regressing, so yeah, I don't understand that idea that they got this Brooke Peeler guy, Brian Reeves. So yeah, it's just not that great of a team. So I mean, he's staying loyal. So fair play to Allen Iverson, but so far definitely a bit unfortunate for him. He hasn't quite competed for that. All right, so 2 straight seasons of the Grizzlies just not being very good to make the playoffs. AI has been still doing his thing, still put up great numbers. He has been a 13-time All-Star. He's made some All-NBAs, but not in a couple seasons. I mean, still pretty much the same thing. Obviously, pick up Steven Jackson, which is a nice pickup, but just not quite enough to be able to get to the playoffs. So I'm hoping maybe what we could do is have another good draft pick and draft another young guy. Hopefully, top pick. You can get, I don't know, it's the 2009 draft, maybe a James Harden, maybe a Steph Curry. Yeah, something like that. But we'll see. I mean, AI getting up there, tail end of his prime. And once again, the Nuggets win the finals with LeBron James winning finals MVP, man. It's crazy. But yeah, so far, AI, it's not looking great in terms of championship aspirations, unless maybe they get like a generational player or sign some guys to help them out. I mean, once again, we're a horrible team, but I just wanted to give you a 2-year update, I guess. So it is really no longer Iverson's team. I mean, he's regressed a lot. I mean, they did end up getting James Harden, which is kind of nice. But as you can see, Iverson only played 62 games as well this season. So, yeah, the PT definitely... The injuries definitely caught up to him this year, yeah. The regression's hidden, and he's 35 years old. Even at his size. But, I mean, he's had a great career in terms of numbers. We'll see if he decides to stay. Maybe he's just like a bench player. But over 30,000 points scored, his career is pretty insane. So he's doing that pretty well. But yeah, I mean, they're gonna get another good pick. Obviously someone to draft. They're gonna draft someone hopefully to pair with Harden, and maybe again Iverson kind of just be like there. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna leave or retire, or we'll see. Because he is expiring. Maybe he signs like another year or two. I would assume he probably just gonna end up staying with the Grizzlies, but you never know. Pistons win the finals, Arenas finals MVP. Yep, so he is going to stay on the team on a 1-year deal. Hibbert, they have him still up to an 82. Hansen went up. They drafted Klay Thompson. So, I mean, that's a cool little pickup there for them. But other than that, I mean, the team's the team. I don't expect this team to make the playoffs. But you never know. Maybe they can make it, slipping as one of the lower seeds. But yeah, Iverson... He's probably going to be in a Grizzly for life, so fair play to him. But at least for the most part, maybe he'll sign somewhere else. But I assume he's just going to end up re-upping maybe another year, this year, maybe next year, and then he's going to end up retiring. I just don't see this team winning a championship though in the next season or two. But maybe you get lucky. Okay, so this is a first. Allen Iverson is a free agent. Yeah, he ended up not signing a contract with anybody, so he might sit in free agency and then retire. Who knows? What I will say is this: we'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, he's clearly regressed to the mean. But if he does end up finishing playing his career. I mean, this is his stats, so I mean, we'll see. He'll be a Hall of Famer, but that is shocking that he's not on a roster. That is crazy. That's the first time I think I've ever seen this. That at least in the NBA. So we'll see if he ends up signing with the team. I'm not really sure though, but I'll take a look and let you know when he does. So I'll keep tabs on. Not signing with a team. He played his final season in Memphis. So he spent his entire career in Memphis. Sat in free agency for a year. Said, "I'm done. I'm going to retire." So kind of went out very weirdly. Not even getting a single contract with the team for his final year. That's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles, man. I mean, regardless, still ended up with a great career. No finals appearances, no MVP. So I don't know. Take it as you may, but statistically speaking, I'd say probably better than in real life. So it's give or take. It's about the same in my opinion. I'd say more or less. 14-time All-Star. He was a 7-time All-NBA player. First team twice. Second team 4 times. Third team once. He did make All-Defensive twice. First in 2001 and second in 2002. That's kind of cool. He obviously won the Rookie of the Year and first team All-Rookie. So, I mean, yeah, great career for Iverson. I'm sure he'll be in the Hall of Fame. And what do you know? He is with McDice, who made it as well. Pretty cool. And Peja Stojakovic. So, interesting class there of Hall of Famers, but unfortunately, like I said, no championship for Mr. Iverson. Not even a finals appearance. Yeah, like I said, kind of crazy, but still, nevertheless, a good career. Great career, Hall of Fame career. And his jersey's, of course, going to be retired by the Grizzlies. And shout out to him being loyal, man, but unfortunately, maybe that loyalty cost him a championship, maybe going to a contender. Because again, like I thought they capped out as a conference finals team, but he decided to stay. Regardless, let's take a look here at where he stands in terms of league history, in terms of records and all that fun stuff. Where is he going to be? Well, if we look, he is the 6th all-time leading scorer, the 7th most field goals made. He had the 27 most three-pointers. Free throws made, I think he might be on here as well, but maybe a little bit closer to the, right here, 36th. Rebounds, he's not going to be on here, so we don't need to look here. Assists, he'll be up here. I think he had like 9-something thousand, so Allen Iverson is, number 19 all the time. Block shots, I don't expect to see him on here. Steals, yes. 2nd all-time in steals. That's pretty cool. Minutes, he was at number 22. Turnovers, he was at number 2. And, yeah, the rest doesn't really matter. So, again, a great career for Iverson. Let's go to the full screen and kind of just close out this video with some closing remarks. Alright guys, so hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Comment on some videos. Go to socials, playlist, second channel, main channel down below the description if you'd like to contact me, TJP. So yeah, like I said, good career, very good career, Hall of Fame career. Is it better than his real life career? I mean, you could make an argument for both. You really can. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I don't think it was really, it's conclusive to either side. For the most part, we've had videos where we do career sims where it's like, you can see one side is better than the other. This one, it's kind of a toss-up. You can make an argument for either or. But at least either way, they still end up making Hall of Fame, so can't complain about that. Would have liked to see him get a championship. I've seen him do some great things in the sim, but unfortunately, it just didn't work out today. With that being said, though, I'm going to head on out. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Peace.